What games are getting announced tomorrow at PlayStation's State of Play? We don't know, and probably neither do any other channels that are posting this. But you know what? We're still going to talk about our predictions, what's likely to come, and what we hope gets shown. So let's go ahead and get right to that. Adam, I thought we'd start with the most likely one, and this is because there was a leak last Friday about a new Astrobots game. So if you're interested in Astrobots, raise your hand if you've ever played the Astrobots demo that came with the PS5. No, it sounds like it's going to be an actual game.
Yeah.
That has like a platformer.
With that as their mascot.
Yeah, like a platformer style open world, maybe not open world, but 3D platformer. And then we've got a lot of people think they're going to announce God of War Ragnarok for PC. And I could see that being the case. The thing is, Sony did make some kind of statement a while back about how...
They did make a statement.
A
couple of them.
Yeah, that there were going to be no more first-party games, like new first-party games announced that we haven't heard of. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
Who did you hear that from?
But the thing is, God of War Ragnarok's already out, so announcing it for PC isn't a... I don't feel like that's like saying there's a new game. I think we all expect that that's coming at some point.
Yeah.
So I think that's a very likely one.
I can see that.
I also think Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Yeah.
I think that's likely because there's definitely some strong rumors and some hints of that.
Yeah, it's just sprinkled all around.
Yeah, they're just like
just today
that happening.
We were walking and there was remember we saw that note on the ground that said Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it was like this might happen.
I was like, weird.
I would love to see that. I actually really liked Ghost of Tsushima.
How did it end?
Did you play it?
I'm just kidding. I never finished it.
You didn't finish it?
No.
Oh.
I don't know why. It's a great game. No, I was joking.
Okay. I wasn't gonna say like the ending. I was just gonna say it ended well. Say it ended sad-ish. It was good. I liked it.
It's a good game.
It gave me a very Breath of the Wild feel to it. Did you get that?
Well, first, it's sad because the first area was already beautiful. Mm-hmm. I didn't even get to the second area, and I think it gets more snowy.
You didn't?
No.
Oh, man.
So I need to get back on that.
Yeah, you did way too much side crap.
Yes, I did. I tried to get every ability possible, and then I burnt myself out, unfortunately.
I have an issue with that. Like with
You mean where you go straight to story?
No, I would say that's a positive.
I have an issue with games. Every grass.
No, I have an issue with games that have way too much side crap because it's like I want to play the story. Quit distracting me.
No, dude.
Yeah, no. Then we also got Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, which is basically a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3. I think that's
I hope you see some gameplay.
Obviously, that's already been announced. Like the thing is, most of these have already been announced to some extent, so people are just expecting we'll see more. I'm just really curious what new stuff would be announced tomorrow that we haven't heard. If there is any.
I think Concord is rumored.
I think we're likely to see something on Metal Gear Solid tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just because I think it's time, and I think it's already been expected to come out 2024. In fact, I believe they already said 2024 of some sort. So I would think they'd want to give some type of more information and almost kind of advertise it in a bit. But also, I mean, that's a Konami game, and a lot of people are also expecting Silent Hill 2 remake, which has already been talked about quite a bit.
Yeah, and they're going to have their own stream right after, so it's going to be weird. Maybe who knows?
I think it would make sense.
The exact same thing,
I think it would make sense for the PlayStation Showcase to show Metal Gear Solid 3 remake or Metal Gear Solid Delta, and then show Silent Hill 2 as like one of the last things in the State of Play.
Yep.
So then people can go right to the Konami stream. Because, I mean, guys, we're getting to the E3, not really E3, Summer Games Fest
now,
time of the year. So in a way, this is almost like the first of it, even though it's kind of a week before all the rest of them.
I do kind of hate this, though, when we do this whole, let's just announce everything before we start announcing stuff.
Yeah.
Like that, we just saw this already.
I agree.
Just throwing that out
I agree.
there.
And it's weird because I feel like now, without there being an official E3, and I know Summer Games Fest is kind of taking its place, it's a little more scattered than it used to be.
Yeah.
You know, like E3, it was like you could watch the E3 stream or go to E3, and it was just, you got all the announcements there in one place.
I wish we could have done that once.
Gone there? I know, that would be great. But you know what we could do and what we should do and what we probably are doing?
Is sort of CGTV
event?
Yes.
Or how about we just find out when everything's streaming, no matter where it is scattered on the internet, and you come join us right here next week as we stream Summer Games Fest and any other games.
That makes sense. I thought we were going to bring the game
conferences.
developers to us.
Oh, well, that would be
and announce
awesome.
it
One
here.
day we'll do that. But yeah, no, we've already talked about that. We plan to stream Summer Games Fest as well as any other game companies that are separate from Summer Games Fest next week, and we'd love to have some guests on the show,
Yeah.
talk to some other YouTubers, some people in the video games space. But let's keep going. So Silent Hill 2 Remake, I think. Now, I wrote some others that are a little less rumored. So Marathon from Bungie, as well as Destiny 2, The Final Shape.
Oh, you're talking about Destiny 2.
Just something as I'm looking around at what seems to be heavily rumored. These ones come up, but not as strongly as the first 5 we just mentioned. Fair Game. I don't know if you remember that one. It's like a first-person shooter. Definitely seems like a live service type game
What is
that
it?
Sony's making. It's called Fair Game. It was
Okay.
like first-person shooter looking-ish, maybe third-person. I'm trying to remember the trailer.
Okay.
I watched a little bit of some stuff on it today. It wasn't something that super interested me.
Why not?
I'm not a huge live service games kind of person.
Yeah,
so.
that's fair. And then there's Concord, though. Did you see that? That's rumored.
I did see
yeah,
that.
so that's a PvP first-person shooter.
Yeah.
So what first-person shooter would have to be made? What would get you?
What would get me?
Would there be anything? Is it more just a matter of having a group of friends do it with you?
Yeah, I think I'd have to have a group of friends.
Because G2, if you're watching G2, shout out to G2. But, we played some Call of Duty G2. You had a good time.
No, I had a good
terrible,
time.
but you were still having a good time.
I had a good time, and if you've watched this channel before, you know that I grew up way out in the country with not just, it was such bad internet, you might as well just not have had internet at all.
So good.
So, playing first-person shooter or any really...
Dial-up first-person shooter works pretty well
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Playing any kind of competition-style game just didn't work for me. It just didn't work.
GoldenEye?
Anything online. I liked playing GoldenEye with my friends.
Yeah, okay. Well,
But it wasn't a game that interested
sidetracked.
me enough to play on my own. And that was the thing. I feel like my friends would get these first-person shooter games, even all the way back to GoldenEye, and they'd practice. But I didn't. I was like, this seems pointless. I want to play a game with a story when I'm by myself. So I get to my friend's house, and I would be terrible at it, which gave me even less incentive to keep playing. I'd be like, well, this just sucks. I don't want to play this. And
Do you feel like if it was more arcade style, that might pull you in more?
like in what? What do you mean? Like,
Just something that's more. I'm trying to think of a good example. Because nowadays it seems like most first-person shooters are lean kind of more heavy on the realistic side versus more on the
more
silly
goofy?
side. Yeah, like Splatoon, for instance.
Yeah.
But more.
but you could say even like
We're going way too
Fortnite gets
into
real
this now.
silly, but I don't play that really either.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't want to build a house while you're shooting a Nerf gun?
Yeah, that seems it's just too complicated.
Either way.
But then there's some other sites that have mentioned Wolverine. We might see something more on that, and
That would be
I think
cool.
that's likely.
That'll be
considering it's already been announced to be in development. It is a Insomniac game, which is owned by or run by PlayStation now. So
I think that game's gonna be sweet.
I think that's very likely to see that.
Don't sleep on Lego Horizon.
Oh, that's true. I did read some stuff about that today. I forgot to put that on the list.
That's right.
Yeah, that's probably likely.
Yeah.
As well, which
I
is
can see it.
weird. That's a weird combination of things.
Lego and Horizon?
Yes.
They go great together.
It's weird because the Lego stuff has always been like, let's take a movie, make a Lego version. Victor can knock stuff over while we're filming. And then
Get it like peanut butter and ham.
yeah, they do.
Oh, that
Peanut butter and ham, like lemon
bologna.
tuna fish.
That might not be too bad. Might not be too bad.
No, I was just saying Lego typically does like they'll take a Marvel movie and then make a game out of it, or like Harry Potter and
It's like a big franchise.
but Horizon's already a game, so it seems weird to be like, let's take a game and make a Lego version of that game.
That's what they did with Marvel, though. They Legoed it.
Yeah, but Marvel was a movie. There wasn't that many Marvel games. it's like
There's a lot of
Lego
Marvel
Metal Gear
games.
Solid. Or
Over the years.
Lego Breath. Yeah, that's actually a very good example.
I got one that I think you weren't thinking about today.
Yeah?
But maybe so. That I'm really excited about seeing more of. Until Dawn on PS5.
Oh,
I think we're going to see it today.
And you think we'll see a trailer?
Oh, yeah,
okay.
I think we're going to see some gameplay. First off, it's one of my favorite games that's come out in the last 10 years. I think the game's phenomenal. So I'm excited. From what I showed, even though I have it on PS4, it looks like a pretty sizable upgrade. And I've been trying to beg my friend Brett, and cousin, you know who you are, Krakus, to play it. Which we're trying to start a new series, by the way. We're trying to convert an Xbox person to PlayStation.
Yeah.
Where do we actually get titled at?
And for anyone who's watching that might be an Xbox person, we're not saying this as in we don't like Xbox.
He just has never played PlayStation exclusives.
He's been someone who has strictly played only Xbox.
Yeah.
And so we want to introduce him to some PlayStation games because it's like, hey, there are games on PlayStation that are good.
And he's a big JRPG fan as well.
I know,
but anyway, wouldn't that be fun to see some? I want to Until Dawn, Halloween time-ish.
Mm-hmm. I want it out right. I want it out October 1st. So
it's good, guys. If you haven't played it, it's a fantastic game.
Yeah, Until Dawn is incredible. I wrote down what I'm calling wild rumors that really have no basis. It's just what I want to see.
Okay. So really, they're Jordan rumors?
They're Jordan rumors. This one was talked about a little bit in some of the stuff I read and I watched earlier today. Man, I switch these up all the time, but I do have those names right next to each other. Resident Evil 9.
Okay.
I think that would be awesome to see. I don't think we actually will tomorrow because Capcom is going to have its own showcase during the Summer Games Fest time next week. So, like, most likely if they're going to announce something that big, it's going to be at their own thing.
Yeah.
I would think. But
Capcom's killing it on Resident Evil lately.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
They don't even need to do anything else. Just keep doing good Resident Evil stuff.
This is going to be a hot one because people are going to lean one way or the other pretty heavily. Would you rather have a remake of one of the older ones? Let me give you an example. Code Veronica.
There's lots of talks of that. That was also on my list.
Would you rather have Code Veronica remake, or would you rather have a Resident Evil 9? Because I loved.
I think as of right now,
7 and 8.
As of right now, man, that is a good point because I love 7 and 8, but I really loved the remake of 2. It's one of the best games
ever made.
Ever, in my opinion.
Ever made.
It's so good. 3 was still good, but wasn't as good as 2 as far as the remake goes.
Yeah, they skipped some stuff on there too.
4 remake shocked me because.
I thought they did better than the original.
Yes, I thought it was better. I actually thought it was better than the original by a lot.
Yeah.
Man, I would love to see. I think I'd rather see a remake of Code Veronica, or even. I know they kind of already remade the very first game. I'd like another. I'd like a remake of the very first game in the same style as how they did.
Yeah, I want it too. I want you to play the OG, like actually play it all the way through, because it's still in my top 10
I've never
best games
finished
of all
the
time.
original game.
It's good.
At least not playing. I know the story and have ended up watching.
I was just curious. I would like to hear you guys' take on that too. Would you rather have, because I know a lot of companies are doing this, they're going to remakes instead of making a new one. Would you rather see a Resident Evil 9, or would you rather have like a remake of one of the older ones again? I think Capcom's been killing it on both.
Put that in the comments.
Yeah.
I would like to know if you would rather see a new Resident Evil or a remake. Yeah. I think that'd be interesting to know, because it's one of our favorite franchises of games, and I think it'd be nice to know what everyone else thinks. I'd love to make some videos for you guys on that too, depending on what people think. This one is super wishful thinking, and there's probably like a 0% chance of this happening, but Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3,
just
whatever
showing
it is.
Something?
Just
yeah,
something.
We're too early.
I know. The Rebirth literally just came out, so I doubt.
There was talks about it, people asking about if they're going to show maybe a DLC, but they're making it sound like they're skipping it now because they already started
the financial stuff.
I don't know about that. It's just like they're so heavy into 3 already now, like that they're kind of like, eh.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Just finish the thing. How excited would you be if there was a Persona 4 Golden remake announcement? It seems likely. So, do you remember his name?
I can't. The dude.
I feel bad.
He's spot on every rumor.
I know. I feel bad when we can't say it.
him.
I can't think of the name right now.
We'll put it here somewhere. How about that?
Yeah, but there's a person who has so far.
All of his leaks are right.
Every leak he's ever had, especially when it comes to Persona or Atlas,
Sega,
Atlas, like that company, anything he's ever said was right, and like right to the date. Like it's getting announced here this time, which, as far as I know, he hasn't said anything about this tomorrow. So
yeah,
That
they'd
makes-
probably save that for their own thing. But either way,
But,
that'd be cool though. We're just
but
saying
yeah,
wish.
but yes, he did say that there is a Persona 4 Golden remake coming sometime in the near future, and that
Sold.
sounds awesome.
Yes,
Like,
that's one of our
really
favorite
awesome.
games of all time. But anyways, yeah, that's an easy purchase. And I also heard that Persona 6 is not only in the works and supposedly going to be coming to the new Switch from the same person, but also that they're going to be leaning more heavily on these social links and event stuff too. And I'm like,
Yeah.
we're a huge fan of that humor.
Because that's
of it.
one thing, as great as 5 was, I think it was lacking in the social and the, honestly, just the overall story. I think the gameplay of 5 was so much better than 4, but I still like the characters and the story and the social link of 4.
Yeah, it's like when
You
they were
know?
hanging out. That's what it was focused on.
They
where
actually were
in
friends.
5, it's like we're doing this event in Hawaii, but yet we're still going to continue to talk about the stuff. And you kind of
Yeah.
felt like you wanted some more
wanted-
lightheartedness or break
yeah.
from all that.
I know, in 4,
Still, by the way, I love the game. That's not what we're trying to.
they made you believe that you were such good friends with those characters in 4 that it made the story stronger
Yeah.
when there was serious parts, and by the end of the game it felt like you were leaving your friends in real life. Like,
you even have their names in your contacts.
yeah, I can call Yukiko right now.
It's such a good game. So is 5, but I'm excited to hear that though. But they're kind of going to. You should play Royal, by the way. Persona 5 Royal.
I have.
You
I
haven't played it.
I was in the middle
Yeah,
of it
it's
like
good.
a couple months ago. I just haven't finished it.
Sorry, go ahead. What else?
I didn't know if
anything
you
else?
had anything else.
Oh, I got one.
You got some?
You're gonna.
I mean, I can
you're
just.
gonna
I
like
guess
this.
I'm almost. There's no way they're saying this
You're gonna
tomorrow
like
because it's a
this.
state of play, not a showcase. PlayStation 5 Pro or a PlayStation 5. I wrote real handheld,
Okay.
like something like the Vita 2, or just something that plays games actually on the system, not through streaming. Really don't expect anything like that whatsoever to be announced tomorrow.
Not tomorrow, yeah.
No.
But there's rumors that
I think
there's something
sometime this year we might
coming.
hear something about a Pro. I don't know if the handheld is a real thing. It's talked about, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
But by the way, we'll get into this at a later bit. Yeah, hold on. Let me start with this because this is gonna get you.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be excited about this one. Knack 3. And hold on, Knack 3 karting and Knack 3 Lego. You be the judge. No,
I don't know why I don't expect this, 'cause
Hey,
I
what
think-
if they did this to you though? Danganronpa 4.
Oh yeah, I'd be sold. I'd be sold. That would be awesome.
Or what about Danganronpa remake?
Yeah.
Would that get you?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't. That's one that doesn't
Did
need
anything
one.
tickle you right here?
Yeah.
Did you feel that?
I felt
That
it.
wasn't me.
I felt
But anyways, no, Danganronpa would be a sweet remake.
that would be cool. I mean,
Mm.
it's a game. The art style and stuff works. I don't think it necessarily needs a remake because it's so anime cartoony that it never looked bad to begin with.
Yeah, it seems like you and I, when we think about games, we could go on a list of stuff we want to get that are like sequels. There's a lot that we can think about, but we do think about remakes a lot. And one that you and I bring up a lot is, well, by the way, Bloodborne. I'm gonna throw that one out there just because it's fresh on my mind.
Man, that would
Bloodborne,
make
yeah.
that would make people happy.
I'd like to see a Bloodborne remake or Bloodborne 2. That's my first one. That would be an awesome surprise. I don't expect it, but man, I would love it. Hey, by the way, if you're excited about the Elden Ring DLC, me especially. But anyways, we talk about Metal Gear Solid all the time, and I know the third one, but I want Metal Gear Solid remade.
Yeah, the original. Oh,
And-
the
and
the Metal Gear
Chrono
Solid.
Trigger. But that's
Oh,
never gonna happen.
yeah,
but
yeah,
wow, would that
no,
be sweet?
That would be sweet.
Yep. With it, I still want that Dragon Quest art style.
Once
for
again,
it.
I know last time I said this on a stream, everyone disagreed with me strongly, and you know what? I don't care. Go ahead, disagree with me. Put it in the comments how much you hate it. I'd love it actually.
What?
3 is my least. Well, okay, no, I won't say least favorite. 5 is the.
I hear 3's amazing.
I didn't care for the last Metal Gear Solid that much. The 5, I just felt like it was a big
There's no way
departure
you don't
from
think
the
3's better.
normal.
Did you actually beat 3?
I beat 3. Yeah,
Okay, okay,
I
just
beat
make
3
sure.
multiple times.
Okay, just make sure.
I used to have a tradition that every when I was a kid growing up, every Thanksgiving weekend, since we
Was
didn't
Metal Gear
have
Solid
school.
be-
Like,
You should bring that back.
yeah, it was. Yeah, I would always play through
Why aren't
all
we
the
doing
Metal
that
Gear Solid
again?
games.
Be part of that
I
tradition. with us. Do
actually,
that.
I started this last year. I did it again because
That's a
that
great
was
idea.
right around the time that the remaster that really doesn't look any different than the originals came out on PlayStation. Yeah,
Nothing says Thanksgiving and family like sneaking up behind somebody and joking.
that's true.
Yeah.
You're just Heimlicking them. You're like, you ate too much at that Thanksgiving feast. that's they're throwing up. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. I'm more just thinking about.
No, I almost more than any other game, I would love a Metal Gear Solid 1
Yeah.
remake.
Yeah. that's up there.
3 is still a good game. It's just of the original 3 that were kind of originally supposed to be kind of the main 3, and then they added 4, and then 5 got weird, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was just two mission.
Yes,
anyways,
I didn't like.
I felt like two different games.
Yes, but no, one has always been like in the my top 3 favorite games of all time since I was a kid, and I would love to see that remade so much. That would be absolutely incredible. Konami, please do it.
I would take a new Twisted Metal. I'm just trying to think of random stuff off the top of my head. Final Fantasy IV remake would be on top, very high on my list. But granted, we're not just trying to talk about remakes. We're just trying to think about
Because then I might actually
real
play
quick,
it.
like sequels or remakes. Yeah, exactly. But either way, yeah, I think Bloodborne 2 would be an awesome one. But yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that they're gonna show right now. But,
this isn't our typical style of video. We don't do a lot of speculation stuff. We usually wait until we have actual things to talk about, and most of the time we just review products if you're watching us for the first time. But we just wanted to hop on here because we wanted to stream the
just discuss
State of
what
Play
I see.
tomorrow
What
and
is-
have a
yeah.
discussion about it. Because we used to do that when our channel first started and haven't done it in a while and kind of wanted to get back into it. So,
By the way, so yeah, tomorrow, be looking out for that. We're going to stream it. Konami ones after that. We're considering doing that too, back to back. And then also look for our streams coming up for Summer Games Fest. We're looking to maybe do some giveaways. We'll have to figure that out. If there's certain games you guys think would be fun to do that or whatever. But yeah, just let us know. And also let us know what you're most excited about and what you think is going to be shown. So, all right, guys.
see ya.
See ya.
Like and subscribe. That'd be a good thing to do.
let's try to
Yeah,
do
I think that
something
would
that
actually
wouldn't
be a really smart thing to do and it'd make you happy. Bye.